Chris, what is our third main topic today?
This one comes from Box Office Fan. Ben Kingsley, who was last seen in Shang-Chi, may be returning to Hollywood in the upcoming Wonder Man show. This makes sense as Wonder Man is both an Avenger and actor in the comics. What do you think of the news Ben Kingsley may be returning, and do you think Disney will talk about Wonder Man at D23?
You know what's funny? Ben Kingsley and his character in the MCU, Trevor, I have very mixed feelings on. Well, not mixed feelings on, but feelings on one project or the other. When you go into Iron Man 3, the promise, Rob, we were talking about this on Open Mic yesterday. The promise of his Mandarin was so overwhelming. We talked about that one character poster Iron Man 3 put out of it's just Ben Kingsley on his throne with this kind of lean back, his hand like this with the glasses on. It is one of the most badass character posters ever. And just the way he would talk in the threads, you'll never see me coming. It's like, dear, this is going to be awesome. It didn't quite work out that way. No. And, you know, listen, I don't hate them. I don't hate Iron Man 3. It's definitely got some stuff to it, whatever. But, you know, that left some people wanting. Then we met him again in the Marvel short. And I can't remember what the name of the short was, but it's now with Trevor in prison. And when he gets brought, there's the character poster. Hail to the King. Look at that poster. Tell me that is not one of the most, maybe the best single character poster that the MCU has ever put out. That is just awesome. The hair on him too is just incredible. And that wardrobe. Have you ever interviewed the designer of that? Because I want to know who designed that. That outfit is amazing. But then there was Hail to the King, where he's in prison, which was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. When you find out the Mandarin has broken him out of prison, then they never revisited that again for years. Until we got to Shang-Chi. And he pops up in Shang-Chi, and I adored him in Shang-Chi. Adored him in that. Totally night and day difference from how I initially felt about him coming out of Iron Man 3. I absolutely loved his character in this. And now, yes, it looks like he is coming back for the Disney Plus series, announced series, Wonder Man. This comes to us from Variety, who writes the following. Ben Kingsley is poised to reprise the role of Trevor Slattery in the upcoming Wonder Man series from Marvel Studios at Disney Plus. Variety has learned exclusively from sources. The show was first revealed to be in the works back in June. It will focus on the Marvel character Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man. In the comics, Williams is the son of a wealthy industrialist whose company falls on hard times due to competition from Tony Stark's Stark Industries. Williams then accepts an offer from villain Baron Zemo that gives him ionic superpowers, including super strength and durability. After fighting the Avengers several times, Wonder Man ultimately joined their ranks. All right, so I love the fact that Ben Kingsley's character is coming back, just because I loved him in Shang-Chi. But as I mentioned on Open Mic yesterday, Wonder Man is honestly one of the MCU characters I know very, very little about. Other than the fact that he existed. Other than that, I don't really know much about him. So, Rob, let's start with you on this. What do you think about the announcement that Ben Kingsley is not done with the MCU yet? He's coming back for this Wonder Man series. And can you give us a little bit of info on Wonder Man?
Well, so Wonder Man was actually created by Baron Zemo. So they could bring Zemo back too. Because so Wonder Man's the son of a weapons manufacturer, an industrialist, like you said, that Tony Stark sort of put out of business. And he was an actor, and he did, and he kind of fell on hard times, but he fell in with Baron Zemo. He was broken out of, he was in jail, but Baron Zemo, what is it, the ionic ray or something, and created him. And he had to have a treatment, otherwise he was going to die, but he was imbued with powers. And of course, he trumped up a battle with the Masters of Evil to make it look like he was a good guy, and the Avengers brought him into their ranks, and it kind of went. It kind of went from there. And so I would love to see. It makes me believe that they're going to bring Zemo back, because how cool would that be? And why not Trevor Slattery, which they probably were friends or something, or they were in plays together. Who knows? But if they're going to bring back Trevor Slattery, they'll probably bring back the 10 Rings as well. I mean, I can imagine it's all part of that same thing.
Well, the last words on the screen in Shang-Chi were the 10 Rings will return.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, I think that's what they're going to do. I think you're going to see Shang-Chi's sister. I think you're
I
going
would
to see
love to.
all of that.
Oh yeah. Well, she's mounting her new like empire.
Right.
She's going to be behind it all.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Zemo winds up working for her, and like it could all come around somehow.
Well, I mean, it does check the box that she's not a superpowered being because he's got a real ethical thing about superpowered beings that he doesn't like. So, I mean, that could fit in that. Of course, he's probably going to be in Thunderbolts. It's
Right.
probably going to be part of that. But I know, Chris, you hear about this. What do you think about Sir Ben Kingsley returning for Wonder Man?
Oh man, as long as we still get Morris, that's all I want.
Oh, God,
I
please
love
let
the
Morris
two
be
of them
there.
together. It's so pure and so sweet. I do think it could create for some really fun, ridiculous stuff because Wonder Man is such a schmuck when he first comes on the scene.
yeah.
He's such a tool, and I think that'll be a really, really fun juxtaposition between those two characters who are pretending to be part of this world and then are thrust into it. I think that dynamic is going to be really, really interesting to explore and pretty meta, and I think it can be done very, very well.
You know, it's funny that you say that because it could be like a road movie with the two of them.
Yeah.
Falling deeper and deeper into trouble.
All right, just to throw some gasoline on this fire. I don't often like to do this. So I've heard whispers about who's going to play Wonder Man. And I'm not the only one. Other people have heard these whispers too. I'm not making no representation that this is fact. I'm saying I, like some other people, have heard the same whispers. Nathan Fillion. I've heard some whispers that Nathan Fillion may actually end up being Wonder Man. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Nathan's not getting any younger, but I mean, him and Ben Kingsley on screen together would be pretty damn fun.
Great.
You know, I think here's my thing about that is that I think Nathan Fillion, it's not like he couldn't be good, but he's not a movie star. I mean, he could be, but he doesn't.
Yeah, but this is Disney Plus.
That's true. I mean, that's true, but I think Wonder Man also has to translate because this is going to be a character that is an Avenger, and I think that look, I don't doubt. Have they ever missed in casting since the MCU has started? Their casting for these things has been pretty impeccable.
It
And look, you know
really
what? You're right
has.
because Oscar Isaac was Moon Knight, so I mean they can get anybody. I think, but like you pointed out, Nathan Fillion's a little long in the tooth. I think a Wonder Man's probably going to be younger. Maybe in
They
this.
totally could. I mean, the one thing I'll say about him though is like over the last, because a few years ago he had gotten a little squishy, but I mean, in recent years when you watch his show, The Rookie, he has gotten himself back into
Rookie,
like some.
What about,
Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and in Suicide, he's gotten himself into some pretty
his
ridiculous
fan-made
shape.
Uncharted.
What about the guy who plays Lucifer as Wonder Man?
Tom Ellis.
Tom Ellis.
It's hard for me to say, simply because while Tom Ellis's portrayal of Lucifer was my favorite character on TV for all the years that Lucifer was on, the reality is I've never seen him in anything else. So I don't know what he's capable of. Nathan Fillion, I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. I know what he can do.
Yeah.
So, but with Tom Ellis, I just don't know.
And Nathan Fillion bridges that gap too of being a leading man who can do action and everything, who has impeccable comedy chops.
Huge comedy chops.
I mean, maybe he could be good. You know,
So I don't know. Again, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we come out of D23 finding out that Nathan Fillion is playing Wonder Man.
and he aims to misbehave.
Oh, it's Henry Cavill.
Listen, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, you come rescue me. One of the greatest lines in movie history. One of the absolute best lines in movie history. I love that line. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about Sir Ben Kingsley returning for the Disney Plus series Wonder Man? And a little bit of side note, what would you think of Nathan Fillion playing Wonder Man? I'd be down for it, but who knows? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave us your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this episode, Stamps.com. Guys, you know the holiday season has a way of sneaking up on us, and we are never as prepared as we think we are. And if you're a small business owner, you know how important it is to get ready for the insane holiday season. And even if you just got a lot of family or friends that you're going to be shipping stuff to, now's the time to get ready. Luckily for us, Stamps.com has everything you need to make your life a whole lot easier. Because Stamps.com is your one-stop shop for all of your shipping and mailing needs. Get access to the USPS and UPS services you need to run your business right from your computer. Because with inflation on the rise, every single dollar counts. Protect your margins with major discounts on USPS and UPS rates up to 86% off. Stamps.com offers a stress-free solution for everyone. Use Stamps.com to print postage wherever you do business. All you need is a computer and a printer. And if you need a package pickup, you can easily schedule it through your Stamps.com dashboard. So get out ahead of the holiday chaos this year. Get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with the promo code CAMPEA for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code CAMPEA.